right. Wake up,
Wilmington.
All right, there we go. Guys, getting better at that.
I thought he
every
blew a
day.
gasket there for a minute.
I know. No, I just wanted to see.
Sound like a helium balloon.
I wanted to check my range
There you go.
out. That's all. That's my operatic voice for 10 seconds every morning.
What'd you lose, Bill?
Well, I'm looking. I was thinking if I came in here today after being off for a week, you were going to have straps to tie me down to the
Not
chair,
yet.
so I can't jump up and down and hoot and holler and do all
thought is
that.
coming. Joe Davis
I figured.
won't be back because you almost put him in the hospital. No.
Get Bill a straight jacket.
All right. Well, it is. What is this? The 18th? Is that right?
Time
it
is
is.
July
yes,
18th.
flying by.
Friday.
Even if it rains. So
Friday, July 18th. And I tell you what, rain, this rain just stinks. All right. Good morning to the start of a very wet weekend. Hey, Breckle, you know what you can do with that wet weekend? Maybe DD to go around. I think
Get out the oars. Get out the oars.
He thrives on, hey, we've got a wet weekend. It's going to cost me money. I don't like it. I don't like it when things cost me money. Was at the car show tomorrow. It's already been canceled.
PPD.
Car show tomorrow is going to be October 4th. I need to write that down. October 4th is the rain date we're going to use because that's the next day all of us had sort of available. October 4th.
October 4th.
Yep, that's going to be Aging Up Center Fall Car Show. Aging Up Center.
Yeah. And
Fall.
we're hoping you won't get rain, and may the 4th be with you there.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll know at that time if the Reds made the playoffs or not.
That's for sure. Close. Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
But right now, my car show in
Here he is.
car show in New Holland is still on. It's 10 to 3, so we'll see what happens there. Tonight, the weather, by the way, is supposed to rain off and on all day, but this evening is supposed to clear out. About 3 o'clock, it clears out, and, hopefully we'll get the food truck rally in. Are you going to that tonight? It's at Wilmington Schools, Mr. School Board member.
I hear you.
It's 5 to 9, just saying.
Depends upon what time I get back from Ross County, and you know where that is.
Yeah, but
Chili
you'll be
coffee.
back because they have some kind of movie fundraiser for the football team tonight.
Yes.
Mr. Board member.
I hear you. Yes, sir. Speaking of which, let me get a shout out into my colleague and very good friend, Bill Davis. Mr. Bill Davis, my colleague on the school board. He is going to, I'm just going to mention it. I'm just going to mention it. He is now the administrator, person in charge of the Wilmington Christian Academy. Congratulations, Bill. Well deserved. And he will be a very good fit for that organization.
Yeah. I have mixed feelings on it, but that's
okay.
I mean, I think he will be good.
Yep.
I do think he will be good. But he does need to think, does he want to keep his association Wilmington Schools, or will that be a conflict? I mean, he's got to figure that out.
Right.
No one else. He just has to figure it out. So tomorrow, it's not supposed to be quite as rainy in the morning, but as the day progresses, it looks like it's going to get bad. So if you have any outdoor plans tomorrow, be careful. But Tony Haley would like to know this too. Tomorrow, out at the fairgrounds, they're having a baseball card and memorabilia show tomorrow.
He'll be right there, I'm sure.
Yep. If you get a chance, come out. If my car shows all get rained out, that's where I'll be. I'll go set up at it tomorrow. But I hate not knowing this in lieu stuff, Are we going to do the car show? We're not going to do the car show?
Well, who's your contact at
I got to call him. I'll call him later. Floyd will. And I already put a bug in his ear to let me know what was happening. But I think they'll probably cancel it. I did tell him I was available Sunday, but I really haven't looked to see what the weather's going to do Sunday yet. I need to do that.
I think it's supposed to rain again.
Yeah, we're supposed to get rain for the next 4 or 5 days again.
This is the new Seattle, Ohio, right?
Mother Nature, please.
Seattle, Ohio. Right?
I was able to get my yard mowed yesterday.
I don't understand.
So
though.
the thought occurred to me, did they somehow go up and seed the clouds and kept it a secret? Is that really what happened? Maybe they seeded the clouds like they did back in
that might have happened in
1988?
Texas.
There is some funny
that
stuff
is
going
true.
on, yeah.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
But my yard's the only one with mushrooms growing in the front of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've had that happen before, but I haven't had any yet this year.
I noticed I had a couple of 3 in an area there at home, back where there used to be a tree. But
All right, well, let's get to a little news because Tony's here, and we'll get him on right after the 8:15 break.
Talking baseball. Yep.
The Rosebud Sled from Citizen Kane, which I'll be honest, I don't know what it is. Have you guys ever seen
Don't you remember
Citizen
what he says?
Kane?
Rosebud.
Huh?
Those are the famous. That's the famous word, rosebud.
Rosebud Sled from Citizen Kane went up for auction. Let's play a little guessing game. How much do you think the Citizen Kane sled went for?
800,000.
Way higher.
a million.
Way higher.
Really?
10 million.
A little higher.
12 million.
A little higher.
You're not saying anything, Bill.
Yeah.
14.
Bills without words.
14.7.
I'm trying to wrap my arms. I'm thinking, what?
14.75 million.
Wow.
Stocks were up, and PepsiCo's way up. They're extending their yearly predictions.
That's because they heard Coke's going to change their formula.
Well, yep, Trump wants Coke to go back to cane sugar. He wants America to become Mexican. Because that's what they call Mexican Cokes right now. You can go to the store, they have the glass
Greco
bottles.
guessed 1.1 million.
And they called them Mexican. Who did? Bregel, you're way at 14.75 million. Uber just did a $300 million deal for new robo taxi service. What do you think of that?
It comes with pizza.
I'm gonna ask this again. That's right, robo pizza. I'm gonna ask this again. Raise your hand if you'd let a driverless car take you to your next place.
Well, let me put it this way. It's sort of like when I update my operating system on my computers or my phones or whatever.
Round and
I wait
round.
till everybody has updated, and if I see a lot of problems, then I don't update. So I think I'm going to wait until we've been driving driverless taxis for about 2 years. Then I might consider.
I think they're probably close to that.
I can't
in some
remember where
areas.
it's at, but they've got their first lawsuit.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. Let's see. Oh, the India air crash. They're finding out the pilot turned off the fuel tank.
Yeah, I heard that yesterday. Wow.
Yeah, I heard that a few weeks ago.
It's like a suicide mission.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
That's what it sounds like.
240-some people died with it.
Gosh.
Yeah, you don't know. It probably would have been better if it would have been pilotless.
What do you think Netflix brought in quarter two? How many billions of dollars did Netflix bring in?
7.
Higher.
Well, I don't know much today.
As long as you can enjoy a cocktail. So that's like flying in a plane. If you're nervous about flying in a plane, if you want to drive in a driverless taxi,
You should be able to drink in the
just
back
have
of it,
your cocktail.
Good morning, Vicki Kendall, Rita Wolf, Don Wells. How much you think? Netflix first quarter.
100 million.
That's over $1 billion.
Oh, it's over a
It's
billion?
over $7 billion. Just for the quarter.
For the what?
Just for the quarter in revenue. $11.1 billion.
Well, I think Netflix is probably the go-to streaming
Yeah.
service of any of the streaming services.
It's up 16% from quarter two last year.
And really, it's not that bad. I think I pay $20
I don't even think we pay that much.
for no ads. Well, I get the one that has no ads.
I get the ads, I care less. PBS, NPR are unfunded now, folks.
Yes.
Saving billions of dollars.
What was that?
PBS and NPR are
okay.
unfunded.
And the NPR lady was crying about the fact that we're not biased. We don't have biased content.
Yeah, right.
We don't
Really?
understand why everybody says we're biased.
Yeah, that's what the View was trying to say, too.
Okay. This is interesting. There's a movie coming out next year called The Odyssey. You know, the Iliad, the Odyssey.
Right?
IMAX tickets are going on sale and selling out a year in advance for this movie already.
Well, IMAX, what do you expect? I can imagine it's probably going to be an incredible, thing to view. Although I wouldn't sit too close to the screen.
Might get ate up.
I might get seasick.
Liquid Death, the new water, that's been out, and it's got caffeine that makes you go, ooh. They're bringing out a new water.
How's it make you go?
They're bringing out new water with moderate caffeine. So you just go,
Okay.
So, what was the name of it?
Liquid Death.
So that would be Liquid Death Light.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
yes. That might be what is it like just after you're dead? What do they call that? You're in
Purgatory.
Purgatory.
Yeah, liquid purgatory or something like that. There you go.
Yeah. You
let's
have to
see.
ask the Catholics for that, Charlie.
Yeah, that's right. Late Night with Colbert.
Gone.
Gone.
Give him the big
Next year.
axe.
Next year.
2026.
As they say, there comes a time when it's time to move on. Yep.
Yep. Crypto Week is back on track. The House finally passed the stuff to get them where they can at least vote on it now. Supposed to be a bunch of crypto-friendly legislation coming through, so we'll see what happens there on that. Jerry, do you want to go ahead and do this day in history? We got 3 minutes before the break.
Yeah, I don't have very many things today, so that worked out.
All right.
In 1932, U.S. and Canada signed a treaty to develop the St. Lawrence Seaway. In 1936, the first Oscar Mayer Wienermobile rolled out of General Body Company's factory in Chicago, Illinois. Well, maybe we said there's now 6?
What?
When there's 6?
There's at least 6. Yeah.
Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Yeah, because they raced in Indianapolis.
I thought there were 6.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan. How are you this morning?
In 1942, the German Me-262, the first jet-propelled aircraft to fly in combat, made its first flight. But it never entered combat until 1944, mid-year of 44.
Why?
Well, they had development issues. They couldn't get materials because of the war. And also, Hitler wanted to be a bomber, and they wanted to be a fighter.
I commend you, Jerry, on your details.
There you go.
In 1947, U.S. President Truman signed the Presidential Succession Act, which placed the Speaker of the House and the Senate President pro temp next in line of succession after the Vice President. In 1964, Pete Rose, the Cincinnati Reds, hit his only grand slam in his career.
In 1964?
1964.
It's the year I was born. Okay.
And that's the only grand slam he ever hit
Huh.
in his whole career.
Did you know that, Bill Lerman?
I'm trying to think. Was against Did they say it was against Pittsburgh Pirates?
I don't know.
Oh, it didn't say. I think
In
the
fact,
pitcher was Bob Friend. Maybe Tony would know, but yeah, there was something about the fact he only had one major league or one grand slam in his total of career. Interesting.
Well, he probably didn't get that many at-bats.
Yeah, right.
With bases loaded, yeah, for sure, because he was normally
He
the
was
table
leadoff.
setter.
Well, that's
he was
true.
lead off for number 2 guy.
Yeah.
See, actually, Dave Bristol moved him to the leadoff man in '68, I believe, because '67 they had Tony Harper as leadoff man. Pete batted second. They traded Harper to Cleveland. He moved Pete up to be the leadoff man in '68.
You opened the box.
You wondered about that, didn't you?
In 2001, a train derailed
No, you opened the box.
involving 60 cars in a Baltimore train tunnel. The fire that resulted lasted 6 days and virtually closed down downtown Baltimore for several days.
What year is that?
In 2001.
I don't remember it.
I don't either. That's why I was
I
like,
didn't either, and I went back and checked in a couple of places, and the one car was carrying tripropylene, and it ignited, and it caught these other cars on fire that were carrying paper products, and that's the whole thing.
Incinerator.
Yeah, yeah, no deaths, but there was 5
A lot of smoke.
first responders that were injured, minor injuries. And in 2015, the eBay spinoff of PayPal into a separate publicly traded company was completed. And now the market capital, gross worth of eBay is $35.59 billion, and the value, the same value for PayPal is $70.96 billion. So the spinoff is doing better than the parent. So
Sounds like it.
that's all I got.
All right.
Wow.
Well, with that, we'll take a break. We'll get Tony in here. Tony is in the house. And before you guys get going, Bill,
baseball.
I've got some trivia for you and Mr. Haley.
Here we go. I'm glad you're here today, Tony. You can bail me out.
He's already shaking his head back here. What?
All right, going to break.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike back.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Forget the clown princes of basketball, the Harlem Globetrotters. There's a new all-star, family-friendly comedy polo team taking the sporting entertainment world by storm. The Equine Trots.
Bringing their highfalutin, high-kicking, mallet-swinging, horsey hijinks to an equestrian center near you.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. Made up stories just like these.
As well as real news about what's coming to the Murphy.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
On the Murphy Report. News the way it's meant to be delivered.
In less than 30 minutes, or it's free.
The Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
Amanda, my buddy Sam was recently tossed from his own horsey all the way across the arena, landed in a soft bale of hay right next to another horse that was already asleep.
Oh my, that sounds dangerous. What's his condition?
Stable.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
We are back. Look at that.
Yankees.
And Jerry, nice shirt today.
Yeah, thank you.
Jerry, why are you wearing that nice shirt today?
It was sort of a compliment to the one you were wearing yesterday.
Come on, Jerry.
What?
Come on.
You mean
You advertising whore. Tell us why.
because this is tonight is Pirates of the Caribbean, and then the Parrots of the Caribbean are going to be here Saturday night
Yes.
at the Murphy,
That's a Murphy.
7:30.
All right. So
Did you get free tickets or something? Would you?
I tried to get him free tickets.
Hey,
And I had them for him, and he already bought the stupid things. All right. Well, here we go. I want to just warm you guys up, then I'm going to shut up for a while. Bill wanted to talk baseball today, so I wanted to give him some baseball questions to warm up on. Okay. What 4 teams in the major leagues still use AstroTurf?
There are not very many of them.
There's 4. There's 4.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see.
You mean artificial?
You would probably know since you've been to more
two-
ballparks.
No.
Hey, there's 2 American League, 2 National League.
I kind of want to say Seattle, but
Safeco Field? Or is it even called Safeco? They keep changing names all the time.
No.
Well, we can rule out Camden Yards. We
3
can rule
of
out
them.
Fenway.
3 of them are in warm weather areas.
Marlins?
Marlins is 1.
yeah, it used.
Marlins is 1.
I was gonna say Tampa Bay last year, but they, they're playing in the minor league field now.
Houston?
Not Houston, but
The Rangers.
The Rangers
Texas,
field?
Rangers,
Texas, okay.
yeah.
So there's two
Yep, you got 2 left.
in the National League.
Well, that's you've got the Marlins and the Rangers. So you got one more American League, one more National League.
We know it's not Detroit.
Minnesota.
I
No,
don't think so, no.
one's very warm weather area.
In California,
Not quite.
Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah.
Arizona Diamondbacks. There's
Yeah.
third. There's one more.
Wait a minute, the Diamondbacks have turf?
Yep.
Is it Chase Field or did they change names again?
No, it's Chase Field. I think. Yeah. We're getting
No,
ready.
it's not the
oh,
Mets.
we're-
Joey Votto's favorite place to that he would have
Canada?
played.
Toronto?
Toronto.
Toronto.
Okay, yeah, Toronto.
Okay, not bad, guys. I'll give you about C on that one. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. ML team with the most wins of all time.
The Yankees,
Nope.
Dodgers.
Nope.
Boston Red Sox.
Nope.
Wow. Is it still in existence?
Yes. But they have changed location.
Yeah.
Oh. I know what, Cincinnati.
Giants right there, Rick.
How about that?
New York Giants.
Yeah.
Played at the Polo Grounds in New York.
I found this one kind of interesting. Who or what 3 major leaguers have homered in 8 consecutive games?
Johnny Dale Long,
Dale Long, yeah.
Johnny Callison,
Nope.
Don Mattingly.
Don Mattingly.
Don Mattingly. Yep.
So you got
for sure.
Dale
yes.
Long and Don Mattingly, and you got the one that's the most obvious to everybody else in the world,
Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr. Yep, that's right, Ken Griffey
Wow.
Jr. Yeah, good job. Give you A+ on that
All
one.
right.
Dang. Which 3 letters in the alphabet appear in 0 Major League Baseball teams? Names.
3 what?
What 3 letters do not appear in any?
Wow.
Major
Need an
League
eye chart
Baseball?
on this.
Are we talking about their
The
formal
name,
or
not the
their
town
nickname?
name, not the town name, but the name.
QZ.
X.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. We got
Is X one of
Q
them?
and Z are right. X is not Sox, Red Sox.
Red Sox and
White
White
Sox,
Sox.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There's one more.
Jeez, this is a tough one.
Then if you can prove me wrong, I'll take it. But I can't see anybody. I don't see any team that has this letter.
Did you say Q and Z?
Yes, those are 2 of them. But
Wow.
There's one more. Makes you think, doesn't it?
It's got to be maybe a Y.
K?
No, Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. K?
What? Yankees.
Yeah, Yankees, you're right.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm just racking my brain here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
F is it. Rick is rolling over there.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Brain's
That's
working for
it.
change this morning.
It's too
Daggone.
early.
That's almost like a license plate, QZF.
All right, that's
Quentin
all.
Zebra Frank.
That's too early in the morning to be thinking like that.
I've got our other regular games, but I just kind of want to get everybody warmed up for the baseball conversation. I can't believe you haven't said anything about my
Pretty good. I like that.
Sure.
Tigers. Oh my
Tigers.
gosh.
You can get
Kip
these.
Young would love that.
Hey,
yes.
you can get these,
And John Morton too.
and you can get some other cool shirts as well. Out at Home Buys, $4.
Charlie had a sweet one yesterday.
$4.
Whoa.
Back in
Where at? Where do
Home
you get them?
Buys.
Home Buys.
And they had Guardians, and they had Tigers 2X is about
Where
as
is
big
Home
as
Buys?
it. Home Buys, the Jeffersonville Outlet Mall.
Really?
Destiny, yeah. Destination Outlet Mall.
But the Lids is no longer there. I know that much.
Yeah, because
Unreal.
you made a trip out there.
I think they finally
Yeah, it didn't say it was
updated
closed.
Their direct store directory because for the longest time, I mean, like within the last couple months, our studios at WZAA were still located there on
Really?
their map. Yeah, I think they were reluctant to take any stores off for fear that people wouldn't come out and visit.
That's what I was
But what
told,
do you
yes.
do when you go out and visit and the stores are no longer there? You get all
Then you have to look for somewhere else. And also, always remember where you parked your car.
well, yeah, we know.
Speaking from experience.
There before.
So I got so mad over that, I traded the car. It's gone. I went back to a Chevy. I got a Chevy
Well,
Trax.
at least he didn't do that with the wife.
No.
So, Tony, have you been to any games this year at
Yeah.
Great American?
On the over Father's Day, I was out at Dodger Stadium,
Oh, wow.
and then I haven't been down to see the Reds. I'm gonna catch the Reds next month on their West Coast trip. We're going out to Phoenix to watch some games, and then they go to the Angels first, then back to Phoenix, then to LA. So we're gonna meet them in Phoenix, watch a couple games there, and then go across to LA again and watch the Reds and Dodgers play at Dodger Stadium.
You should at least go to Anaheim once.
Oh yeah, I've been there. It's really nice there.
Neat stadium, that rocks out in the
Out in
left
outfield.
center and
It's
the
really nice.
waterfall. I've been to a game there one time.
And you know, I
Is
like
it still
parking
open, or
out
did they
there.
enclose it? Did they
No,
enclose
no,
it?
it's
No,
open.
it's
Okay.
and it's I like their parking too. It's real easy parking,
Yeah.
and
And it's real close. We went out there for an Elks convention years ago, and we went to Anaheim to the ballpark and watched the game. But also, you remember Robert Schuller, the Crystal
Oh, yeah.
Cathedral? It's like
Yeah.
2 blocks away from there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
While you're
Yes.
out there, you might want to try to look it up. Just drive by it. I think it's still there. I think it's still being used, but it's not the Crystal Cathedral anymore.
yeah, my oldest son Ryan lives out in Santa Monica, and so we're going out. Well, my sister and Amy and her husband Rick, they've never been to LA. They want to go watch
neat.
the Dodgers and Reds.
Go get down to Beverly Hills and check it out.
You know, Charlie, we've done all that, so I won't make that trip. I've seen it 2 or 3 times, so it's one of them. Once you've seen it, that's enough for me.
Right. Yeah, I've been out there once, and if we go
It's,
back, great. If not, I don't care either way. So, Bill, you got a page full of stuff there. Get us started, then we'll take a break here in a few
Okay,
minutes.
we'll get the news out of the way first. The Reds begin the second half of the season tonight at New York against the Mets. 7.5 games behind the Cubs. I think the biggest thing is they need to get strong pitching performances right out of the chute. The Reds have had this stigma, and Tony, you could probably attest to it also. It seems like they just can't get jump-started after the All-Star break. And, of course, the way that the season fell with the All-Star break, they're over 50% done on the games. But the key thing, and Lance made a good point last night. I do listen to Lance McAllister. He does a lot of good research. We're kind of similar in that regard. He said the thing about Terry Francona's teams when he was in Cleveland the last 10 years, throughout the COVID year, they really picked it up in the last half of the season in August and September and played like 57 to 58% winning percentage. Now, if the Reds could do that and pick up 38 wins the second half of the year, they'll finish with 88 or 89 wins. Could very well put them in the postseason.
It could be close to a wild card. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what did you say, 7.5 games?
7.5 games behind the Cubs.
That's a lot of, to make up behind the
wow.
Cubs.
Exactly.
But they just need to go on a winning streak. You know, they need to win about 8 out of 10 and then, 13 out of 16 or something to get close.
And Hunter Green, hopefully, when he gets back in the rotation, hopefully he'll have the injury bug behind him. And we were talking about these oblique strains and things like that. But they got to have quality performances from all their starters second half of the year. You got to get 5 or 6 innings. Remember Sparky always used to say one thing about Jack Billingham. He was an innings eater. He could go out there and give you 5 or 6 innings, grind it out. And that was the thing that they had with the pitching rotation back in the glory days of the Big Red Machine.
Yeah. I do like their starting pitching, though. I'm worried about their hitting. They're just real not consistent.
They going to make a deal?
Be nice. They need to do something.
I'd like to see him get a big power hitting third baseman.
I saw a rumor about the guy from the Twins. Because they deal a lot with the Twins. But I don't know what we'd have to give
Spencer
up to
Steer.
get him.
Yeah, Spencer Steer.
Who is that guy with the Twins? He was in the home run hitting contest.
Buxton.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a massive pull off?
There's a guy for the Tigers, actually. Not the Tigers, the White Sox, Robert.
They give up to get him. That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
I know, to get somebody good, if you're going to get someone good, you're going to give up, a couple of good players. So
But that bugs.
it's always tough to make trades, really.
I can't remember who I was watching. They played somebody at the game I turned it on, was watching it. They wouldn't even pitch to De La Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
Walked him 4 times. The strategy worked. The strategy worked.
Who was that?
The Colorado Rockies did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give them credit.
The Rockies.
The Rockies with the worst record in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Yeah. Hayes, he didn't do much to protect him that game.
No.
Oh, yes. He went to the plate, 4 times, runners in scoring position?
He had a rough game.
Yeah, he
Went
did.
over.
He had a very rough game. Yep.
He sure did.
Well, and then just to give you a quick spin on some things we'll talk about with Tony, we'll talk about the All-Star game that was just completed and reminisce about some of the Reds in past All-Star games. They've had 5 MVPs win at the All-Star game. That was kind of an interesting trivia question. Your trip to Bangor, Oklahoma, Johnny Bench's hometown. We want to make sure we talk about that. And also in memory of Dave Parker and Richie Dick Allen. Both are going into the Hall of Fame this year. And, it's just a shame that Dave Parker could not live to actually be there for the ceremony itself. It's just a real shame.
Yep, it is.
And with that, we'll be back here in just a couple minutes.
Yep.
You might want to think twice before putting forth any effort in improving your station in life. Why being all it's cracked up to be turns out not to be all it's cracked up to be.
Just ask the Liberty Bell.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made up news you didn't know you needed to know, including all the latest real news about what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in Wilmington, Ohio.
With the Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel with a new news report every Monday morning.
On a somewhat related note, Amanda, in my youth, I was once referred to as all that and a bag of chips.
I imagine nowadays you're referred to as all that and an extra large bag of chips. Fried in lard.
Absolutely. The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Dough nuts. Getting a makeover and a name change.
it's every baker's nightmare. Buckling to the snowflake social media pressure, America's tasty glazed treats will now be known as doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Why wait for real news when you can get all the made-up news you need?
Along with the facts about Ohio's hometown theater, the Murphy.
On the Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
I have tried so hard to cut back on my daily doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings intake.
Really, Steve? No one has noticed.
And I mean no one.
The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us. Labor analysts have done the math. If God used union workers to create the world, just how long would it take?
6 days and a day of rest? Hardly. Experts say we might still be under construction, but at least we'd be on more solid ground.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made up stories just like these are what we're about on the Murphy Report, with a new report every Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Plus all the real news about what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in the heart of downtown Wilmington.
Hosted by veteran anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone. It's news you might lose. But if you do, we'll find it, we'll pick it up, we'll roll it up, and we'll stick it back in your front screen door.
That sounds more like a newspaper, Steve.
This isn't a newspaper?
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Let's get personal. Personal. Let's get personal. Personal.
Yeah.
Sunday, fun day, 5-day with your host, Dr. Jeffrey Schusler, the hot dog king, and Sarah, seductive, play me like a piccolo fife. Come and try to straighten out the relationships, not only young people, but the geriatric edition as well, and the special Sasquatch edition.
Well, Jerry had some difficulty with all that hair on his arm. He got some pine tar on it and couldn't get it off his arm.
Just shave it. All right, we're back, and Bill, we're talking baseball here, talking Reds.
Terry Francona, 2,000 wins. He joins a very elite group, Tony. Sparky and Dusty, of course, two of the Reds managers that have been there. Sparky's 7th on the all-time list now, 2194. Dusty's right behind him at 2183. But that's a very great testament of time for Tito, and certainly it's neat that he was doing it in a Reds uniform.
Yeah, it is. But the bottom line is, they're all of them are real good managers, but the common denominator, they all had really, really good players.
Bingo, that's right.
And it's like, hey,
What keeps you around?
it does, and it makes it, when you have good players, like I always used to tell my assistant coach at the college, Blake, my nephew, Blake and I would talk, and you're not winning the Kentucky Derby with a donkey.
Yeah.
You better. And Terry Francona has been blessed with.
He's had some horses.
He's had
Computers
some good
say you
ones.
cannot make gold
Yeah.
statue out of a pile of poop.
If you
And,
look back, he really had a rough go of it. He got the Phillies job and just had virtually no talent. But then it was kind of like when he went to Cleveland or Boston first. Let's say in Boston, and look what he did in 5 years. And then they got the World Championship in 2004. The curse of the Bambino, because of course the Red Sox sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees.
Yeah. What about this one though? Is Casey Stengel? They said he was the greatest manager ever when he was with the Yankees, right, and everything.
I don't see his name on the list.
And then he goes to the Mets. He became the greatest manager ever. He goes to the Mets and set a record for the most losses. And then he becomes the worst manager. And it's like, no, wait a minute here. I'm coaching the same way.
Yeah. You look at that list, Connie Mack, 3,731 wins. I know a lot of people don't like him, but you got to say he's just he's very unconventional. Tony La Russa's second at 2884, and Tony and Sparky were good friends. Tony La Russa and Sparky were really good friends. John McGraw, 2763, and I guess John McGraw was a guy that Sparky always looked up to. Bobby Cox is 4th. Yeah. Bobby Cox, probably the first in ejections. He got ejected over 90 games.
Well, he got ejected like a whole season, like 160.
Oh, is it that many?
Yeah,
I must have lost count.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, and then Joe Torre's number 5. And the interesting thing about Joe Torre, you talk about a lifer, man. He took over as player manager of the Mets, and they were floundering. They just were not going anywhere. Goes to Atlanta, gets hired by the Braves, and in 1982, they were out of the chute, win 13 games in a row, make the postseason, but then they floundered after that.
Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned Joe Torre. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Joe. I think he is 85. And he was just an honorary, he was just an honorary coach. Yeah, honorary coach.
Yeah, he just came out during the All-Star game.
So the thing I've been wanting to share, and Tony and I'll kind of set the table. Deanna and I do what we call staycations. We'll go out on the holidays and just spend a little bit of time and get away from things at the Hampton Inn, and Tony works for him part-time. And so if Tony's down in the lobby, he say, hey, you better go down and see Tony. He's down there. He's waiting to talk to you. And the thought occurred to me as we're sitting there watching ball games and talking stories. I said, man, we need to do this more often. Let's just do it on Wake Up Wilmington. But it's so intriguing, the places you have been, and the one that really just stands out for me is, what prompted you to go to Bangor, Oklahoma, Johnny Bench's hometown?
Well, Bill, back in our hometown, we were blessed. We grew up middle school, high school with the big red machine. Yep. And everybody, and we got spoiled.
Yes, absolutely.
We got spoiled. And, when we were kids down at Smith Place playing, I'm Johnny Bench, I'm Tony Perez, I'm Pete Rose. You remember those days?
George Foster here.
And you knew that Johnny Bench was from Bangor, Oklahoma. And so, our good friend Jay Hart lives out in Phoenix.
Yep,
right?
Sure does. Yep.
And now my son lives in L.A. And I drove past many times, just not going. And so I said, I'm going to find Bangor, Oklahoma. And so, I just type it into GPS. And once you leave Oklahoma City, you're out in the country.
Oh, yeah.
You better have a full tank of gas.
Yep.
And so we're driving, and everything. And I'm thinking, it says Bangor 50 miles. And I'm thinking, there's nothing out here. It's just fields. You don't even pass vehicles coming at you. Then finally I make it to, I did know that they had a museum in Bangor for Johnny Bench. And so I pull in, and the first time I went, they just had a green sign, welcome to Clinton County. It all was Binger, home of Johnny Bench. That's it. But so then now they put up a really nice monument of the Gold Gloves and welcome to Binger. But you pull into Binger, it doesn't even have a stoplight, and the museum is in a municipal building. And you see it walk across the street, and you walk in. Of course, you know all the clerks. Well, there's I think 2 of them working in there. Oh, you must be here, City Museum. Yeah, and it's just right off side door. But they have. I just wanted to sit, and then you go up the street, and they have the Johnny Bench field where he played. So what really, I guess, intrigues me is. You know, back in those days, how did scouts ever find Johnny Bench?
Right.
Because, you know, they didn't, you know, have the iPhones and the internet. And so he must have been so good and the word of mouth got out. But you go up to the Johnny Bench field and, you know, and it's really neat, the same field, walk out on the field, the same place that he played at. And then at the museum, they have a lot of his bats and uniforms and stuff. It is really interesting. Because, you know, back then, you know, when we were kids, back in, you know, in the late 60s and 70s, everybody, you know, fell in love with the Reds.
You got to credit Dave Bristol when he made the decision to bring Johnny up in 1967, and Johnny Edwards was kind of wearing down. Remember Johnny Edwards?
Johnny
and
Edwards,
he was having problems even throwing down to second base, let alone getting it back to the pitcher. And so credit Dave Bristol with actually making the move to install him, because they had a platoon situation. What was it? Don Pavletic, Jim Coker, and Johnny Edwards. And finally Dave Bristol said, hey, we're bringing the bench kid up from Oklahoma, and we're going to put him there. I guess you could say maybe if you wanted to draw a parallelism, it sounds like Binger's a lot like Morristown.
Because, you know, they don't have a light.
That's amazing.
There's no McDonald's. There's, you know, when you don't have a Walmart McDonald's in your town, you're out there. And it's on a similar note. So it's, you know, it's west of Oklahoma City, southwest Oklahoma City for a few hours, and you're way down in there. But then one time I stopped and visit Mickey Mantle's hometown.
And he's from Oklahoma too, right?
And he's from Commerce, Oklahoma, which is, it's north of Oklahoma City. And, but it just, you know, when you go to those small towns and you think about when they were kids growing up playing, you know, and, you know, there's quite a bit of people that, I guess they have shows, and some of the older people that went to school with Johnny Bench, you know, they'll have talks, they'll, you know, go to the town hall and talk and tell stories about how Johnny Bench grew up. But I'm sure he don't go back there much, because there's, but you know, and so I was asking him about his house where he grew up in, and they said, oh, you don't want to go there. It's in really, really bad shape and stuff. But at Mickey Mantle's, you can go right to his house and stuff there in Commerce.
And it was something about that 1965 draft. I think the Reds actually drafted Bernie Carbo ahead of Johnny Bench.
They did. Yeah.
And another baseball guy that I like real well, because I'm a big supporter, always did like Jim Leland, and Gene Lamont was his right-hand man. Gene Lamont was actually drafted ahead of Johnny Bench. He says, I knew the pressure was on me. He said, I hit a home run my first at bat. But he says, let's face it, Johnny Bench passed me a long time ago. That's what Gene Lamont said. And he's now the oldest bench coach in baseball at 78 years old.
Yeah. You know, I think, well, I'm pretty sure I have it at home. But that rookie card, Bernie Carbo and Johnny Bench, is on the Reds rookie card that I, you know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you, like Bill, back in our day when we collect baseball cards, that you still had the ones?
Oh, yeah. I still have a bunch of
Yeah,
mine.
I still, you know, have, I have mostly, I mean, I think I have all Johnny's and Pete Rose's cards.
I can remember going up and down, grew up in the little town of Butlerville, which doesn't even have a post office. You know where that is, on 132. And so something I would do is I'd mow grass, but actually get on my bicycle. And there was a store down there called Ray Furnish's grocery store. And what I would do is I'd collect pop bottles, take them, trade them in when you can get 5 cents a bottle. And then cards were like 10 cents a pack or something. And boy, that's just something I really was thrilled at getting to do, was to get my baseball cards and get that little stick of gum.
I think I'd like to have every dime I spent at the Xenia Avenue Market. You know, we grew up on South Street, and it was like Xenia Avenue Market. I forget probably what it was called back then, but I was like you. We cashed in a lot of pop bottles.
Well, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning right now, so before we go to the 5th inning, we better take a break, and we'll be right back.
One quick thing, Bernie Carbo's birthday, you know when that is?
Don't tell me it's today.
August 5th.
Oh,
Why do I know that?
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. Happy birthday, Bernie. Happy birthday, Charlie.
Local religious leaders pondering taking Sundays off.
Holy Toledo, Batman. Are religious holidays next on the chopping block?
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Investigative reporting. It's what we do, sometimes on the Murphy Report.
Nothing is off limits in our newsroom, except baby turtles.
The Murphy Report. A new report every Monday on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel.
Amanda, did you know that I once felt I had a calling and gave serious consideration to joining the priesthood?
Oh, I can see that. You seem sincere, spiritual sort of person, not wrapped up in the petty trappings of society, littered with ego and vanity. What made you decide not to do it?
I don't look good in black.
Amen to that. The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to us. A young couple, creatively challenged, turned away from a popular rock band's long-awaited concert.
And all because they couldn't imagine dragons.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Heart-wrenching stories just like these,
as well as others like my bunny being stuck in a tree,
are just a sample of the made-up news you can count on from us on the Murphy Report. Every Monday morning on our Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Amanda, did I ever tell you I was in a band?
Oh, no. Steve, what was the name of the band?
Well, it was actually a tribute band, and we were a tribute band to a tribute band, which happened to be a tribute band to a band named Tribute.
Well, that sounds like it's ripe for confusion.
Oh, after 7 months on the road, no showers, we were ripe all right. Almost as ripe as your feet.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to us.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing.
She never was like 44, but I never, actually, I never really wore my jersey because we always wore the team pullover.
Right, that seems to be the big thing now. Like
everybody's got
a
they all
windbreaker.
wear that. And so I would always wear that, and then of course high school baseball and college baseball. It's snowing some days, so you had your you had your winter coat out. And I remember one time we played John Carroll down here, and we actually got snowed out the second
down
game.
Here sounds
down
strange.
Here.
Up there, I can understand it, no doubt.
And we got snowed out the second game of the doubleheader. Yeah.
The reason I was asking that during the break, I brought up the fact about certain numbers of players and things. Yeah. I guess, I'll throw mine at you and then let you come back with yours. Number 5, Johnny Bench. I always did like that. Number 17, John Havlicek, my favorite Boston Celtic. Number 19, Tommy Helms and Joey Votto. Tommy was, that's the guy that I always did like with the Reds because I was a second baseman. And I just admired the way he played. And he was a real gamer for the Reds. And number 23, and I kind of get emotional over it right now, is Ryan Sandberg, who's battling cancer.
Yeah.
And Ryan Sandberg, to me, watching the Cubs like your dad did on WGN.
Yeah.
I mean, who could not like Ryan Sandberg? I mean, he's just the heart and soul of the Chicago Cubs, and commend him. He's got a tough battle ahead of him, no doubt about that. And 38, Gary Nolan. I do have an intriguing thing about Gary Nolan and myself from the standpoint, okay, I'm 67. My birthday is May 27th of 58. He was born 10 years earlier than me.
Yes.
And boy, I thought there was nobody like Gary Nolan growing up. I mean, his fastball, it was always 92, 93, 95 miles an hour. But unfortunately, he threw his arm out.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah. It was
You know,
damn
talk about
shame.
number 23 too is what about Doug Flynn?
Yeah.
He was second. You know, he played on the big red machine.
And part of the big Seaver trade.
Yeah.
And Big Bopper Lee May. Lee May wore 23 for the Reds.
You know, talking about Ryan Sandberg. So my son lives out in California, but you know, out there it is a sportsman's paradise. If you love sports, you know, LA, they just have everything. You can watch football, but Ryan and them, I don't know, they were just playing in a little softball league and everything. Well, Ryan Sandberg's son, they got to play against them and everything. Well, then Ryan and him become good friends.
Oh my gosh, what a small world.
Oh yeah, and but anyhow, Ryan Sandberg's son, they've been to my son Ryan's house and stuff and everything. And it's like, you know, it's funny because I used to be a Ryan Sandberg fan because my son Ryan has all of his cards.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of neat.
It was always neat, and I know your dad always liked it too from the standpoint. He was working his shift as a policeman.
Yeah.
He'd get off, get to go home, watch the Cubs game on WGN, and of course we had the Atlanta Braves on WTBS, and it's just a shame that all that went away. And your dad, of course, had the license plate on his truck.
Yeah, with
Cubs
man.
fan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He idolized the Cubs. Yep.
He did. I think it was called the Jack Brickhouse.
Yep.
Remember him announcing? And
then Milo, and then
Milo
Harry Carey.
Hamilton. Yeah, and Harry Carey.
Now you shared with me you had a chance to meet Skip Carey. Right?
Yeah, Skip Carey one day.
And then his son.
We were down at the Reds, and of course, you know, everyone knows that my cousin Robbie, you know, he retired from the Reds.
Butcher.
Yeah, but my Aunt Rita used to bake them pies. And we'd go down, you know, and Skip Carey, they all couldn't wait to come over and eat some of Rita's strawberry pie.
Strawberry. I was going to ask what flavor.
It was, and you know, they all with Jim Day would come in, you know, and Randy Marsh, he was a long time umpire. You know, you get to meet them and stuff, which is pretty neat. But you know what about the Carey family with Skip Carey and Harry Carey and Chip Carey?
Now Chip, and of course he moved on from the Braves. He's the voice of St. Louis Cardinals now.
Yeah. They all start and stuff.
Talk about Dave Parker. Did you ever get a chance to meet Dave, or what are your thoughts about Dave Parker?
You know, I was so excited he got put in the Hall of Fame. And you know, Bill, the day they retire and their numbers, they have their numbers set in stone, and they don't change. And then I have a thing where now you put him in, well, he has the same numbers. So it's like, why didn't you put him in back where they can enjoy it? Right. I think that's what happens, because you know, when you get an autograph from any Hall of Famer, they always write HOF. They just,
it means a lot. It does.
But it does. It's like Anthony Munoz, HOF. You know, and those guys that doesn't get to write that beside their name, it's just sad. But I'm really excited. You know, they can say, you know, Clemente, he really played before my time. But, you know, Dave Parker, he had a cannon in right field also.
Yes, he did.
And, you know, not many people talk about, you know, those two arms compared, because they always say Roberto Clemente, you know, and everything.
He was a special person, special athlete.
But that time Parker won the MVP in the World Series when he threw those guys out, you know, at third and home. I mean, he absolutely had a missile. And so Dave Parker from Cincinnati.
Quarter Tech High School.
Yeah, and you know, So one of my old baseball coaches, just a great baseball man, was Dick Schaefer from Hillsborough.
Who doesn't have
you
stories
I know,
about
but
Shea? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, he would tell stories about when they would come up and play their, Legion baseball in Parker and stuff. But yeah, it's just, I'm really, really glad he's in. And, but I think I did see, though, he's going in as a Pirate.
Probably so, and I think you can understand that, of course.
Yeah.
I think so.
He played in Cincinnati and did it. It was great that, they brought him in. Now, there's a lot of people that are upset with what Murray Cook did when he dealt him to the Oakland A's.
Yeah.
But there was two reasons behind that. Number one, he was having a hard time mobility-wise. And let's face it, if you had the DH in the National League, he may have been able to stay here.
That's right.
Right. But the A's wanted him, and we needed a starting pitcher. So the actual deal was Jose Rijo and that left-hand reliever, Tim Burtsis, for Dave Parker. And really, it helped lay the foundation for the 1990 wire-to-wire team. Jose Rijo did a great job and was the MVP of the series.
Yeah, it was. I mean, if the DH was going on then, because it really extended a lot of players' careers.
Right.
It which some of the things baseball does is, good for the game.
Other times you have to scratch your head.
Yeah, and Bill, and
Rob,
that's
man.
all of us sitting here. I can tell we're old school baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
And that All-Star game was a great top of the ninth, but that extra inning stuff, is just. It ruins the game of baseball.
I compare that to the hockey shootout.
Like, come
You're gonna
on.
have a swing off.
And-
Kyle Schwarber, and he's from Middletown, by the way.
From
He's,
Middletown, right?
one, he's a free agent, wanting to come
Bring him
to
to
the
that's what he
Cincinnati.
said.
Bring him to Cincinnati.
But here's what gets me about that. Back in our day, we couldn't wait to see Tom Seaver and Jim Palmer go at it, and they would pitch 3 or 4 innings.
Yep.
And wouldn't you love to see Paul Skeens go through
Yes.
the whole lineup, or the other guy from the Tigers go through the lineup? Oh, okay, let's throw 10 pitches and go sit down. Baseball fans, I don't like seeing that. Well, we're out of players. Pete Rose would get 4 or 5 at bats a game.
Expand the rosters. Why not make it 30 or 35? Get as many of the teams in there, as many players as possible. Represent every team and put the elite players in.
Well, they still do that.
Well, I think it's okay to represent every team, but I don't want to see. I don't want to see them play. I want to see the stars. I want to see the stars play.
The best versus the best. AL versus NL.
And some of the rules that Major League Baseball does, I don't know about you. We talked about the pitch clock and all this. So when I drive 2,000 miles to L.A. to watch the Dodgers and Reds, I do not care if that game,
How long it takes.
Because I'm at Dodger Stadium, and if it takes 3 hours or 3.5 hours, I'm fine with it. Like, for example, so back in June, we went to a Dodger game. Well, we got to take the grandkids, first time going to Dodger Stadium. They didn't get tired or obnoxious, they're little. I mean, they had a great time. And it's like, and I tell people, if you think the game's too long, you can leave if you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Leave it the 7th inning stretch. Beat the traffic.
Well,
Go to your car, turn it on, listen to the rest of the game, going home.
LA,
But it's like
they do that a lot.
I do not like the pitch clock. It just takes it out. I think it's like there's a lot of strategy going on.
And the strategy's a big part of the game.
It's a big part of the game.
But when
You're
you
right.
think about the All-Star game, Major League Baseball, at least it's not the Pro Bowl with the NFL.
Oh, I know.
That's
Or
a
the
joke.
NBA All-Star game. It's just
It's a
okay.
joke.
We're going to score.
1,000 points.
Yeah, we're going to. Well, yeah, we won 195 to 190. Yeah, like okay.
And it's that time. We'll be back, and then we'll come back.
Take a break.
We'll play some games, do a little baseball break for a few minutes, and back to baseball.
Okay.
Local religious leaders pondering taking Sundays off.
Holy Toledo Batman, are religious holidays next on the chopping block?
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Investigative reporting. It's what we do, sometimes on the Murphy Report.
Nothing is off limits in our newsroom, except baby turtles.
The Murphy Report. A new report every Monday on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel.
Amanda, did you know that I once felt I had a calling and gave serious consideration to joining the priesthood?
Oh, I can see that. You seem sincere, spiritual sort of person, not wrapped up in the petty trappings of society, littered with ego and vanity. What made you decide not to do it?
I don't look good in black.
Amen to that. The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us. A young couple, creatively challenged, turned away from a popular rock band's long-awaited concert.
and all because they couldn't imagine dragons.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett,
Heart-wrenching stories just like these
as well as others like my bunny being stuck in a tree.
are just a sample of the made-up news you can count on from us on the Murphy Report. Every Monday morning on our Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Amanda, did I ever tell you I was in a band?
Oh, no, Steve, what was the name of the band?
Well, it was actually a tribute band, and we were a tribute band to a tribute band, which happened to be a tribute band to a band named Tribute.
Well, that sounds like it's ripe for confusion.
Oh, after 7 months on the road and no showers, we were ripe all right. Almost as ripe as your feet.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us. City officials forcing a local beloved mascot to step down.
why poor timing and inappropriate behavior doomed a pantless Wilson the Weasel following his drunken performance at the late Judge Garrett's funeral.
There was nothing routine about this routine.
A story we are dedicated to getting to the bottom of.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. These made-up stories and the latest real news from the Murphy Theater are what you've come to expect from us.
On the Murphy Report, with a new report posted every Monday morning on our Murphy Theater website and our Murphy Theater YouTube channel.
Full minute-to-minute coverage all 21 hours a day.
With veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
Amanda, I have to say Vanessa and Breck are just about the two finest anchors in the business.
For once, you're absolutely right, Steve.
I think the Titanic could have learned a thing or two from these two giants in their field.
What am I missing here?
Anchors.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Like Dodger Stadium, it's always crowded. There's people everywhere.
Yep.
We're back.
And it's like, what the?
They're talking about some of the hijinks of Dodger Stadium, and we'll get to that here in a few minutes. But we have some birthdays we got to do. Chris Newport, who I think is going to be on the show Monday, but I got to check with him. It's his birthday today. The Wilmington Escape, it's their birthday today. Jennifer Roush, her birthday. Ken Haig, Rob Thorne. Now we have some celebrity birthdays, gentlemen, so feel free to guess here.
Oh boy, I'm not good at this.
Elizabeth McGovern. She's in Downtown Abbey, Ordinary People, Ragtime. How old?
82.
Not that old. Less than 82.
Never heard of her.
That's why I just told you all those places, all
75?
those things she's in. Less than 75.
Deanna.
64.
Ding,
No.
ding, 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 ding. 64. There we go. Well, this one you should have heard of. Vin Diesel. Actor.
Indeed.
Fast and Furious. Bald guy. 60 is in the ballpark, but it's a little high.
57.
That's just a little low. 58.
Yeah.
Bill, pay
Right there
attention.
somewhere.
I am. I'm looking at birthdays. I'm looking at birthdays
James
too.
Brolin.
James Brolin.
The actor.
Yeah. He was
Marcus Welby, MD, with Robert
Yep,
Young.
yep.
Okay.
Almost,
in
yeah, I was going to
Westworld.
say about 92.
Less.
85.
85. Ding, 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 ding. There you go.
Bill.
Kristen Bell, who was in Burlesque with James Brolin, also in Bad Moms, and she's in voice of Frozen as well.
Was she wearing clothes?
Kristen Bell. Well, she was an
I
animated
don't think
character.
she's out. I'm going to say 42.
42 is low.
48.
48 is high.
Yeah.
46.
46 is just a little bit high.
Yeah. 45.
45. There you
I
go.
was going to go 44 next.
Richard Branson, Virgin Airlines millionaire.
What? Is he a virgin?
I don't
I
think
would
so.
say he's probably up there.
He should be. 75.
Ding, 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 ding. 75. Rick.
He looked
Right
some of these
on.
up overnight, I'll bet. You did your show prep, you looked them up.
Joe Torre.
85.
That's right. Joe Torre, 85. Golfer Nick Faldo.
Jeez.
Sir Nick, I don't know when he's
73.
No, lower than 73.
He's not playing.
really. I thought he would
67?
I thought he'd be older than that.
Just a little bit higher.
8.
68. There you go. In memory today, people were born on this date who passed away. Nelson Mandela, Red Skelton, and John Glenn.
Senator John Glenn, one of my idols growing up. Yep, got to meet him in Columbus.
Our word of the day is, I want to say Venus. It's relating to veins. Venice.
Well, Charlie, you
Venus.
can't have a word of the day if you can't pronounce it.
Well, I just did. Venice. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Venous.
Yeah.
Venus.
Say it.
Venus. You know, it could sound like several different words. That's why I'm like a little skeptical about it. All right.
Local
Mr.
birthdays.
Haley. Oh, yeah, you do some local birthdays real
let's see.
quick. Even though you're a little late on it.
I'm sorry.
that's okay.
Jack Pohl, who went and made the transition from being sportscaster on WDTN TV2. He's now the anchor. Today is his birthday. And Jeanette Peters, today is her birthday. Happy birthday to both of them.
Jeanette Forrest Peters?
Yes.
Hers is yesterday.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
hers is-
okay. Yesterday I looked at it wrong. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
That's all right. I got her. I got her.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Mr. Haley, since you're the guest today, we're going to play a little chain connection. I don't think we did this last time.
All right.
Because when you came in, we remember it was like a storm day or
Yeah, or
something.
something
The
was
building
going on.
come in and somebody else was supposed to be
And I had to
in,
go
they
to
didn't.
Chillicothe.
Yeah. So the way we play chain connection is like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a word like mountain, and the second word starts with D, mountain,
You.
do. Get it?
Oh,
Come up with
Okay.
the second word.
You got to come up with a second
all
word.
right.
Now, you can pick Bill, Jerry, or Rick as your partner.
All right.
Who do you want to pick, Bill, Jerry, or Rick?
I'll take Rick
Okay.
because he's played this before.
Yeah, well,
That's probably good strategy.
well, and he did good on the birthdays today. So Bill and Jerry. So I'll let Bill pick. Do you want to pick your column, or do you want to go first?
Can I ask a question? What was your percentage on them?
He won't tell you that.
You can ask.
He won't
it,
tell you
I was
that.
asking you ahead of time.
But
Smart move, Bill.
I'll just say it was even on both of them.
I don't
Was
like
it
to go
evenly
for.
bad or evenly good?
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, like
So I think we'll
70%?
pick. The,
80s. 80s.
I don't want to go first. So do I pick the column then?
Yeah,
Is that the
A
way
or
it works?
B.
And let's go with A.
All right.
All right,
So-
we have column B,
And you go first.
and we go first.
Right.
Give us our first word.
All right, here we
Charlie.
go. For Rick and Tony. Bad D.
Bat D.
Bad, B-A-D, D.
D.
Bad.
Word starts with a D.
He's a bad dude.
You want to go with bad dude? You guys can talk about it before you do your
Bad
final
day,
answer.
bad-
Yeah, we're having a.
You let me know. What do you want?
It doesn't matter. Go ahead. Rick.
Let's go bad day.
Bad day?
Oh.
All right, here we go.
All right, Bill.
Son, F.
What was it?
F, as in Frank.
Yeah, but what was it?
Son,
Son,
F.
Son F.
Jerry can't understand between F and
Jerry,
F.
we're all pitching in to get Jerry some hearing aids.
Yeah.
Son, F.
Go to Costco, Best Buy.
Jerry, you're a
yeah.
Sam's guy.
Son.
Yeah. What are we thinking?
Son.
Now, you don't want to say anything. 'cause-
I know. Yeah. I'm just practicing.
Like here comes the sun, right?
Sun F.
Online, they give us our answer, so we've got the answer
Okay.
this time. Yeah.
Oh, I think I know.
Okay, where you at?
I'm gonna say sunflower.
Sunflower
Yeah, that's a good answer.
is correct.
Yeah.
Way to go, Bill.
Flower.
You might want to move this way a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Charlie.
What is it?
What was it?
Flower P.
Flower petal, flower power, flower.
I'll let you pick this one.
Petal.
Petal.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
The other.
Back to Rick.
D-E.
Nope.
No?
Bad DR.
Bad. What do you act like you're sunning your face, Charlie?
Bad. It starts with DR.
D-R. Bad drugs?
Bad drive. Bad drive.
That's all I can think of is bad drugs.
I have no idea.
Bad?
Did you score a 40 on both of these?
I have
80.
What?
I have.
Bad DR.
I had no idea.
I know what it is.
Did you get it from my hint?
It's a bad dress.
He acted like he was sunning himself. Sleeping. Bad dream.
Bad dream.
Oh, bad dream
Bad
is
dreams.
correct. Dream T.
Yeah. Yeah, bad dreams.
Tea. Dream tea.
Dream team.
Green tea's a good answer.
Dream T or Dream
Team.
Team.
Dream team.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dream Team is
Ten
right.
points.
Team P.
Team P.
Yeah.
P.
Bill knows it already.
I think I do.
Well, if we stall long enough, maybe someone will give us an answer.
Yeah.
Team P.
I don't know.
Player?
He's a team player.
Is that what you want?
Why not?
Yeah,
That's right.
Yep. That was the
he's
answer.
a team player.
Player P.
Player P.
He's a player.
Tom Breck will come in with team player. Player P.
I don't know.
Rick Stalin.
Here we go.
Who thought of this game, Bill?
Charlie. Player
Four. There's actually, it's on every day. Game Show Network. 3,
Uh-oh.
I need to look that up.
2, 1. Got a guess?
Nope.
All right.
Wait for the second letter.
All right. Let's see. Flower P.O.
Flower
Flower
power.
power.
That was theirs.
Oh, that's my
Flower Power. Is that what you're going
yeah.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
I had to make a choice between the two. I chose the wrong one last
Flower
time.
pedal or flower
Yeah.
power?
Yeah.
I knew
Yep.
when he said pedal and
with? Yep. Power L.
Power lift, power.
Power line.
power lips.
line,
Yeah,
power
power
lift,
lips.
power-
That's a good one. Guess that.
What?
Power
power
lips.
line. Yeah.
What do you think, Jeremy?
Power line.
Power-
Jim, get what?
What are we going with?
Power line.
Power Line is correct.
Yeah. Okay. On the rebound.
Line D.
Line drive. Line.
Line down. Line drum.
I like the
ball.
line drive.
Line Drive. Is that what you're going with?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Write it down.
Player P.I.
Player P.I.
Yeah.
Player P.I.
Player P.I.
Well, it's not player position and it's not power lift.
Player P.I.
Where did they come up with these answers?
Well, that makes sense. Not to you guys. It makes more sense to me than anybody here. Player P.I.
Position.
Huh?
Position.
PI. Player PI. Kevin, sunflower's one word. Killing me. It can be one word.
Player PI.
Player PI. 5, 4,
So you didn't do well at these, did you, Charlie?
80 on each one. 3. Like I said, this one relates more to me than it would anybody in the room. 2.
PI. Penis.
PI. 1.
Rick's struggling.
All right.
All right, we go to the next one.
Line DA.
So it's not line drive.
Line DA.
We said drive last time.
Line.
Line DA.
How about line dance?
Guess it if you want this time.
Line dance, that's a good one.
Why not?
Line dance is correct.
Yeah. How many more to win?
2.
Oh, you know.
I got to keep my string going 3 in a row.
Dance F. F as in Frank, Jerry. F.
Dance. F.
Dance
F.
fever. Dance.
Dance fever.
Oh, Dance Fever, yeah.
I got an album called Dance Fever.
John Travolta.
Dance.
Yeah, dance.
What you got, Bill?
Sounds good to me. We'll just go with that.
Dance Fever?
Yeah.
Okay. Dance fever blister.
No, there you go. Player PIA.
Player PIA.
Where do these answers come from?
PIA.
Hey, Bill. Dance floor.
PIA.
Piano.
Huh?
Piano.
Player piano. That's it.
Player piano, is that what you're going with?
Yeah, that's right.
Charlie did this.
Yeah,
I'm trying to help him out a little bit.
that's it.
And he throws me under the bus.
Player piano.
No more help for you.
He's trying to break your streak, Bill. You're going to get on him over there.
Player piano is correct. What? That's why I said last time it was more. I taught music 30.
Sour note.
You
Sour note.
Piano M.
Piano man.
Billy Joel.
You go with that?
Yep.
Piano man is right. For the win.
Yes, one more.
For the win.
For the win.
Look, he's struggling here. He's You got to go to the bathroom. Right. Man E.
Eater.
Sounds good to me.
Man eater
He's a man.
is correct. Ding, ding,
Protest.
ding, ding.
Protest. Let's see how we would have done. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hey, you win.
You got-
Congrats.
This Dance FL.
Floor.
Dance floor.
Yep, and this is how close you were for the. If you guys would have won, floor P.
Floor what?
P.
Floor prize? No.
Actually, you guys, this would be like for a tie because you guys went first.
Yeah.
So this could be a tie.
Ooh.
Floor P.
What you got, Bill? Floor
Drawing a
plan.
blank on that one.
What?
How about floor plan, Bill?
I guess. We'll go
Floor
with
plan?
that. Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. There you go.
So we're tied. Do we go to the playoff?
Yeah.
Oh, in hockey we have the shootout.
No.
Baseball we have the swing off. What are you gonna
Okay,
call
here we
this?
go. We'll
Here we
call
go.
it-
This
Here we
gets-
go. We're going to call it the
First one.
Flip a coin.
first one that gets it right here. Let's see. Tub C.
What'd you say?
Tub C.
Is it us or them?
All of it.
Any
Whoever gets it right first gets the win.
tub.
Tub C.
We want a real good Charlie.
I can't give it anything easier than this.
Tub C.
C.
Tub C, Tub Club.
Tub Club, I got Rick first.
We said at the same time.
He was looking at the, when he was saying tub and then he said C, I thought, wait a minute. We got a popcorn tub club.
Did you actually look up there and use that word? Is that what it was?
I think we tied on that one.
Protest.
Rick got
Protest.
you.
Oh,
The replay,
Oh,
Rick,
no, the replay, I was ahead.
Rick
We got Rip,
you.
Bill. We
He
got Rip
was
on.
at Tub, and then you started Tub. I mean, it was that close.
That'd be like saying happy
Hour.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've done that before.
duh.
And still, look how long it took you guys to get it. All right, it is time to take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Guys, I probably need to go ahead and bail out.
Nursery rhyme historians uncover the truth about Jack and Jill.
There was no hill to climb, and new clues cast doubt on there ever being a pail. What could be next? The tortoise and the hare living together?
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. The nursery rhymes may be made up, but the only thing made up here is the news.
That's right, Steve. On the Murphy Report. With a new report every week beginning Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Hard-hitting, cutting edge, and a third less fulfilling.
With veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
A combined 415 years in the news business.
It's made up news you can count on to get you through your day.
And put you to sleep at night, just like me with my warm milk and cookies. And a plethora of heart-related medications.
Plus all the real news on what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
That's on the Murphy Report.
Remember,
Labor analysts have done the math. If God used union workers to create the world, just how long would it take?
6 days and a day of rest? Hardly. Experts say we might still be under construction, but at least we'd be on more solid ground.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made up stories just like these are what we're about on the Murphy Report, with a new report every Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Plus all the real news about what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in the heart of downtown Wilmington.
Hosted by veteran anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone. It's news you might lose. But if you do, we'll find it, we'll pick it up, we'll roll it up, and we'll stick it back in your front screen door.
That sounds more like a newspaper, Steve.
This isn't a newspaper?
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the game is actually over before you storm the court. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
All right, what are you going to talk about?
Yeah, Bill, no.
No. I'm just trying to fill in for somebody. I'm just trying to fill in for somebody.
Well, let me ask a question here real quick. What did you guys think of the robo umpire the other night?
No, I'll defer to you, Coach. I'll defer to you.
They got it right every time.
It doesn't matter. You start taking the human error out of the game, and it's not a game anymore.
That's right. And through a long season, you're going to get calls and you're not going to get it. And they will even out throughout the year. And it brings the manager, into play, I think. It's just, I wish they would do away with instant replay and all that. Because, you've seen before, it's an instant replay. And they still don't get it right.
Well,
and it takes longer than an instant.
And it's like the strike ball. How would you like to? I mean, I've been behind the plate before.
You umpired, right?
Yeah. And I've been back there when guys are throwing 95, 98. And, and it's tough sometimes. But, it just missed. Like no, it's it's a strike.
Some of the catchers are really good on framing the pitch.
Pitches, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Buster Posey was so good about Johnny, of course, in his heyday. A lot of them can do it. They'll get that glove right there on the edge. And Greg Maddux, he would work those corners perfectly.
Yeah.
And the catcher, Eddie Perez or whoever was his catcher there with the Braves, would be able to frame that pitch, and then the umpire sees where it ends, and they go strike.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't cross the plate, but it ended
I
up
don't
that
know.
way.
I'm old school where I wish they'd just leave the game alone. It's part, so one of my buddies, we're talking about, they like all the instant replay and they want to do all this. And I said, so you miss Lou Piniella going out, picking up first base and throwing it. So, he does that to fire his team up.
Yep.
You
sure did.
You miss Billy Martin and Earl Weaver getting into it. And you miss, Bobby Cox.
Put that hat on
and
sideways.
So it's like, now I can still see David Bell and Francona put the earphones on. I'm like, you don't even get mad anymore.
I'll tell you,
and I don't like, you can't fire your team up.
I love Lloyd McClendon's, though. That one was the best one of all. He ripped it from the moorings, tucked it under his shoulder, walked into the dugout, and threw it down there. I love that one. That one was great.
Yeah.
Former Reds player.
But it's like, I don't know. I wish more baseball people was in charge of it instead of, the Ivy League.
They're sanitizing the game to the point where...
Good point. Yeah. Well, Kenny Burkhart took a lot of flack from Sparky and a lot of baseball people about that play at home plate with the Reds back in 1970. But if you slow that down and look at it, sure, he was out of position. Ty Klein hits the chopper right out in front of the plate, and they threw the ball to Hendricks. He, of course, made the tag. The ball's in his hand. It wasn't in the glove. But Bernie was trying to get around him. The umpire blocked him, but he never actually touched home plate until the play was over with. And then, like Sparky said when he came out to argue, Kenny, you blew the call. You missed the call. You didn't even see him.
The only thing I wish the umpires would do instead of instant replay is... They have 4 of them. You have 4, but they won't get together a lot of times. It's like, hey, it's your call. I'm not interfering with your call. And so, they stay out of it. And then...
Well, back to the Reds and Cubs game. Back in 84, I think it was, or 85, Mario Soto was pitching, and there was a dispute about a ball that was for a home run. And, man, it led to a melee. Don Zimmer was all upset. Vern Rapp, remember him? He was the manager of the Reds that year. He replaced Russ Nixon. And there was a big brouhaha, and Mario Soto went at it with a Cubs player and so forth. But the call was correct. The ball did not hit the foul screen. It went left of the foul screen. And, boy, the Cubs fans were just irate.
Just a few weeks ago, it was the Yankee game. They hit a ball, and they slowed it down, and the ball landed on a right field chalk. You could see it. It left a imprint. Yeah, you could see it on the cameras, on the big screen. And Aaron Boone, it's like, it's double. And they did not change it. And I mean, he went ballistic. Well, of course, he ended up getting thrown out. But it's like, why have instant replay if you're not going to get it right?
Yeah, let's get it right. That's
and
the main
if you're
thing.
going to use instant replay, and if the main thing is it calls right, well, there's some calls you're not allowed to use instant replay.
Yeah.
It's like, well, wait a
Why
minute.
not?
If you want to get the call right, use it for everything. But I don't know. It's I don't like some of the stuff they do.
It makes the umpires look bad. The umpires don't look good most of the time anyhow, but it makes them look bad.
And maybe it's in the rule book. I wanted to ask you this too. I'm glad you brought it up. The check swing, there always seems to be a lot of dispute on that. Does it mean officially breaking the wrist? How do the umpires, or how do you as an umpire interpret whether or not that batter broke the wrist and made the swing?
So, breaking the wrist and this and that, it's not... Did you offer at the pitch?
Where did the bat end up?
It's like, it's like, did you offer at it? And if you did, it's a strike. And because, there's a lot of times too, on the inside pitch or, they'll get out of the way. They're not swinging at it. But if they went around, they're going to call it a strike. I'm like, I didn't swing at that. But that's a really, really tough call. But it's it's like, did you offer at that pitch to go? And it's like, no, he didn't. But it's, I mean, that's like in basketball, the charge block call. It's just a really, really tough call to make. And then, you know, sometimes you get them, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna stick around.
Yeah. It should be.
There should be.
Right. I used to tell my players everything. You really, I said, I can turn the TV, well, like tonight, I'm sure it'll probably happen. I said, I can turn the TV on, watch the Reds, and in that last column, errors, there's going to, major leaguers make errors. And, you know, we don't say nothing when Ellie boots a ball and throws it up in the stand. It's an error.
Derek Jeter, his first year he was in the major leagues, he made about 30.
And, you know, there's umpires are human. They're going to make errors. You just got to move on from it. And, you know, you got to overcome it and move on. But, you know, they don't like doing that nowadays. It's like, no, let's go to instant replay. But
so you feel it's a cop out then that you know they're wanting to take the human element away?
Yeah, they do.
Right.
They do. Well, we're going to go to an automated zone, but we're going to still have an umpire back there, you know, to call out and safe. I'm like, what? It's like, just play the game. You know, that's what I like about, you know, back when Babe Ruth played, even to now, the bases are 90 foot, pitcher's mound 60 foot 6 inches. You know, they did raise and lower the mound. They said because of Bob Gibson.
I remember that. Yeah, 60.
You know,
yeah, exactly.
You know, but it's the same game, but they want to, you know, come in and change everything. It's like, let's make the bases bigger. You know, hey, you know, what's going to stop them here in a few years? Well, the pitchers can't throw strikes. Let's just widen the plate. Let's make the plate bigger. It's like, no, but I don't know. I don't like some of. I figured out we must be getting older because I don't like all the changes. Yeah. It's like I like the old game, and where they go out, you play the game.
It's called tradition.
And if it takes, you know, 3 hours, and you know the playoffs will start, and then it's like, I want to see, you know, good pitchers duel. Because, you know, really, you know, I just watched Bull Durham the other day. It was on TV. And the manager gets mad and goes into the shower. Kevin Costner, he said, well, you got to scare them guys. So he goes in, and he throws bats in the shower. And he says, really, baseball is a simple game. You throw it, you catch it, and you hit it. But, you know, the thing is, when you get far, it's a thinking man's game. And, you know, you have to, pitchers set up pitches. You know, they're going to throw it inside, outside. But
the defense is all predicated about where that pitch is going.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, they know.
Back to strategy. It's a thinking game.
Could you see Johnny Bench with a thing in his helmet say, Johnny, call fastball? You know, Johnny, throw a curveball. Like, what?
You know, an interesting story that came out. I was doing a lot of research before on one of the previous shows. Sparky getting the nickname Captain Hook. Do you know Johnny had a lot to do with that?
Oh, yeah.
And actually, Sparky would look at Johnny, and he would give him the gesture of whether or not he needed to make
he's
a pitching
done.
change.
He's done.
And actually, Johnny Bench is the guy that came up with the nickname of Captain Hook because Sparky delegated that to him because he wanted him to call the game. And he said, you know, you can tell it in their eyes when they're done. And he would tell Johnny, you tell me when to make the move.
You know, when I was coaching out to college, I always let my catchers call because I figured, you know, they're back there. They know what's working. They know that pitcher is working and everything. And you know, it seemed like at college I was always blessed with some really good catchers. And I'm like, hey, you're catching him. You know what he's getting over for a strike. And, you know, and the thing is, you won't throw strikes. And, you know, even when I went to Leesburg, I always let our high school kid call the pitches, you know, and it was like, you know, they're part of it. And plus it's a good learning experience for them.
You know, it's interesting you brought that up and said that about the catchers because we had Kip Young on not too long ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and he said, you know, Bill, as I look back in my career, that was the thing too. He said, I always had great catchers. He mentioned when he was in high school at White Oak, and then when he was at Bowling Green, and then of course with the Tigers, he had Lance Parrish and so forth. And he says the catchers are the ones that will make you a better pitcher.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. And it's like, and really, if you have a really, really good catcher, you can go play. Cause not only he knows his whole pitching staff, and they all throw different, so he knows, and so it's like let them control the game, let them do it.
They know when they struggle. They know when they're having problems.
Well, he's not getting this curveball over, so we're not calling it.
I'm calling curveball, and he's not getting it over. So
No.
I hate to bring it up because it's going to embarrass him when I do, but Pat Darcy, who was one of the relievers for the Reds.
44.
Think back to that 1975 World Series. That game went, 12, 14 innings.
Yep.
Carlton Fisk, of course, hit the home run down the left field line. And the pitcher that the Reds had to turn to was Pat Darcy. And there's a segment, if you watch that game, where you see Sparky hollering towards Johnny Bench, and he looked over at him and he goes, no chance. And what was it, the third or fourth pitch? Fisk hits it right down the line.
Yeah.
Home run, Red Sox win.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He didn't have it. Jerry Arrigo, who was a pretty good pitcher in his day for the Reds in the starting rotation, he pretty much lost it in like 68, and Bench came up, and he would tell Dave Bristol, he says, you don't have a fastball, let alone a curveball. Johnny wouldn't just catch the ball in the glove, he'd catch it with one hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
That tells you everything right there. Wow. He has nothing left. Yeah.
But how would you like to be the catcher back in the, in the 90s with the Braves when you had Maddox and Smoltz and Glavine?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they was all different. Maddox was in and out, slow, the left, and then Smoltz, and then, of course, Glavine, lefty. But it's nice when you have a really good catcher. It makes your life easier.
So when you left the college, I wanted to bring this up too and ask you about it. Okay, how did the situation evolve on going to Fairfield Leesburg, and what prompted you to take the job there?
Well, so before that, I went to a pro umpire school. I always consider myself an umpire way before a coach because, coaching at the college, if you can't play before you get to college, you're not going to make it. You already know how to hit and catch and do everything, but I manage the game. And, and I always you have to think. You think. You stay ahead. And so, but I umpired college baseball. Like my first game was down at UC. When I got back from pro umpire school, I umpired University of Cincinnati.
Is it Johnny Bench Field?
It was the Johnny Bench Field. Yeah, I was down there.
Right.
But anyhow, so I was college umpire, and then I got the job coaching. So when I quit to college, my daughter Kelly Jo, she graduated, so I knew we were done. I told Blake, I said, it's had enough. And so, but anyhow, I went right back in the college umpire, and I called him. I said, "Oh yeah, we're just glad you're so back, And I started umping. Well, then I just had a good at the time Beth Floyd was a girls softball coach at the college.
Yep.
And her good friend was Tom Purtell. Right?
I wondered if Tom Purtell was in the equation.
And so
from Fairfield.
Like, Tony,
he's Mr.
Coach,
Fairfield Athletics.
Yeah, Coach, why don't you come to Leesburg? I'm like, I'm not doing high school. But I tell you something, after spending like 13 years at the college, and but that was some of the most fun because those high school kids, Leesburg, they don't have football. It was awesome. I had an awesome athletic director, Denise Vilvins.
Vilvins, yep. Later
and
news,
man,
right?
yep.
Mm-hmm.
And for 3 years, you got the joy back. When people say when you go to practice, it's not any fun, it's time to quit. If you're not having fun at practice, and it's like it's time to quit. But at Leesburg, I had a really good assistant coach down there. He was from Leesburg, Scott Grisilla. And we had we didn't really know one another, and we met, and it was so awesome. Scott and I, we just had a great time, and it was so fun at Leesburg.
Oh, what a great complex!
It was. It was just.
Whoa!
It was just really, really, fun to be around those high school guys. But I don't think. Well, I know I couldn't coach today. It's some of the players and the way they act, and it's not the same little league that we grew up with, and coming up through the system and stuff. But yeah, down at Leesburg, just thanks to Beth and Tom and Denise, and I thought, yeah, this will be all right. But I'll tell you one other thing: you have never taken a bus. I don't know when's the last time you've been in a school bus.
Well, I did a few years ago and I helped Miles Burton over at Hillsburg. So
When you're like 6'4", kind of big, and your knees are in your chest, and you're riding with the girls softball to West Union or Ripley.
Yep.
Hey, hey.
Or North Adams.
Or to North Adams, yeah. And it seemed like, oh man, I'm like, Denise, can I just drive? Take my, no, you got to ride the bus.
Did you know Wilmington High School this year didn't even have school buses, and they were doing.
They were charter
They were chartering the reserve baseball team. Eight
I
kids.
don't know why. I know.
But you know,
Well, Wilmington, they got a lot of money.
but you know when they,
Gotta do a freedom of information.
Oh God, here we go.
hey, but when you do that though, because I can remember too, because when you have, like a rain delay, you get your players on the bus, and you can really get to know your kids and your players, and you're all right there, and and you spend a lot of time with them, and it's really enjoyable.
They had
It
a
really
rain
is.
delay this year, and the bus left.
yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
And there was a game that I covered earlier this year for Fairfield because I stepped in to do a lot of games for the Highland County paper because the Times Gazette didn't have a sportsman. And so and I know Quentin real well. Quentin Williams is a great young coach. And so they had a nice ceremony before one of the games. And Kyle Zimmerman, and they was talking about the team because they put a thing up on the wall. They made the Elite Eight.
Right.
And Kyle gave you kudos. And he said there's been some great coaches here over the years at Fairfield. And he says, and Tony Haley was one of them. I still remember him saying that.
Is that right?
And that was so neat that, they unveiled that placard up there. They made the Elite Eight in baseball. That shows you how good the Fairfield Leesburg program is.
Yeah, it is.
Well, their
It's
softball program.
Yeah, their softball is great. Yeah. But, coaching, there's always a thing. When you win, you have good players. When you get beat, the coach isn't no good. And it's like, and we had some.
No, the coaching ain't good. We didn't play the right player.
And you coach, you coach the same way. You want to coach to what you have, your ability, but you try to coach the same way. But once again, if you don't have the player, and plus, when you win, everybody has fun. But man, I've been through some losing seasons where this ain't fun.
I wanted to bring up one other thing too about your time at the college, and I can remember. Let's see, Brooks Lawrence at one time was a coach there at Wilmington College in baseball.
Doug Baird for the Reds.
That. And something that I think you deserve a pat on the back for. Everybody talks about Marietta.
Yeah.
And of course, that's where Kent Tekulve came from, and Tracy, former manager of the Dodgers and the Rockies and so forth, and the Pirates. But it's pretty nice you won a Coach of the Year award, and who is it named after?
Don Shalley.
He's the epitome of coaches in baseball.
I mean, he
OAC.
was. I'm gonna say he was there 40 years.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And after
they think he invented the game.
Yeah, and Marietta baseball, they're national champs. Quite numerous times. Yeah. It's like Mount Union football.
Yeah, right.
They're national champs.
Yeah.
And then after he Don Shalley retired, one of his ex-players took over. Brewer took over, and then they started naming the OAC Coach of the Year the Don Shalley Coach of the Year, and I was the very first one to.
Had to feel pretty good to get that.
Yeah. I think I was probably the only baseball coach. Well, to win the OAC Coach of the Year.
Was Pat Austin on your team?
No, he was before me. But he was before me. But I know he still has some records at the college. He was really good.
A Tiger for a while.
Yeah, and so when Doug Baird was coaching there, I just got back from umpire school because I tried to get into college umpiring and couldn't. But then finally, it's like go to school, this and that. When I came back, I also worked at Wilmington, but Doug Baird was the coach. I forget who they're playing, but the team wasn't very good.
Yeah,
he was coach
for a couple of years. Yeah,
and it was really getting late, and Wilmington was up. Wilmington was up quite a bit. He said, Tony, listen, you can call strikes. I'm not going to get mad. Just you can call it as high or low as you want and this and that. He said, we got to get this game in. I'm like, all right. So I'll never forget. So I'm just still young, umpiring this or that. And I called a real high strike. It's one of them where everybody
Up in your eyeballs?
Everybody in the park knew it was a ball. So I called a strike. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not looking bad because that other team is bad. I don't care if we're here till dark. I am calling the game that I was taught. And you know, and I learned that lesson real early in my career. If that team is bad, you're not making me look bad because I'm going to still. And you know, and if you watch the major league games, you know how when they bring in the position players real late, you know, when they bring the position players in the pitch, it's like, okay, if that team gave up, let's just quit. Well, no, so they'll. The other day, the Reds, the guy was lobbing it, and they still, and the ump one called a strike. He was calling the strike zone, and it's like, all right, hey, I'm not going to get it across the plate, and I'll call it a strike.
So if they're going to protect the integrity of the game, why not have a run rule? 10 or 12? What do you think? I mean, why not have a run rule?
Here's the thing: when that team quit, so you know when they bring a position player in, that team has quit. Hey, call the game. It's time to go home. Right. Hey, let's go home. You're doing the fans a disservice. You are. Yeah, really. I don't want Trevino to pitch. I don't want to watch him pitch. All right, we got to go. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth.
You're just thinking of the game. You're not thinking of the money. Games got to go on for vendor sales, everything else, and that's why it's going to keep going.
Dollar sign.
Because of the money. We'll be back.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike back.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Who says living with labels is a bad thing? Especially bright, easy-to-read labels with a large font.
When one man's drinking fountain is another man's bidet.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
All the pretend news to fill your day.
Trust your most unreliable source.
The Murphy Report. Made up stories almost like these and real stories on what's coming to the Murphy.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
Every Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
You know, Amanda, I label just about everything in my house, even my clothes, even my shoes. One shoe I have labeled R, and the other shoe I have labeled NR.
NR?
Yeah, not right.
You're not right.
The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to us. You might want to think twice before putting forth any effort in improving your station in life. Why being all it's cracked up to be turns out not to be all it's cracked up to be.
Just ask the Liberty Bell.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made up news you didn't know you needed to know, including all the latest real news about what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in Wilmington, Ohio.
With the Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel with a new news report every Monday morning.
On a somewhat related note, Amanda, in my youth, I was once referred to as all that and a bag of chips.
I imagine nowadays you're referred to as all that and an extra large bag of chips. Fried in lard.
Absolutely. The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to us.
his stance and how he hit.
Right.
He's got more hits
We're
than
back.
anybody.
Talking about Pete. Pete Rose, more hits than everybody. Well, and I tell you what, a lot of hitting, too,
Hey,
is feel, but it's also just your freaking eyesight.
Yes.
here's what I used to tell my. So when you get to college, you can either hit or you can't.
Right.
You can. It's
the
like
ball, hit
I'm
the
not
ball.
going right.
Tony Perez.
And so that's exactly what I was going to say. I said my philosophy on hitting is this. Tony Perez used to say it best. He said, "I just see the ball, hit the ball," and it's like. And I used to tell my players, if it's a strike, swing at it, and if you swing hard in case you hit it.
Well, I don't know how many
And
times
it's like
in softball, see, I coach softball and baseball. I would just literally take a ball in my hand and walk it down to the batter and make them them swing lightly, of course, but watch their eyes, where their eyes were when the bat made contact with the ball. Because that's, I tell you what, that is the easiest thing to do to get somebody to hit. You got to watch that ball hit the bat. I mean, we talked about that before. Remember I told you about the Ted Williams on This Week in Baseball? Ted Williams, they put pine tar on his bat, and they threw baseballs, and he could tell you whether he hit it across one seam, two seams, no seams. That's how good that guy's vision was.
How hard is it to hit a ball around bat and around baseball and to hit it squarely?
Yeah.
Think about that.
I know. Yeah.
What are the odds?
So you're talking about. So who is your favorite player of all time growing up?
Reds player.
Who's your favorite Reds player, and then overall, who is your favorite player beyond that? I got 2 or 3 that I'll mention later.
All right. So my favorite player, of course, was. I'll tell you a story. So I was really blessed because I played for really 2 really great coaches. One being my dad. He coached me all the way through. And, you know, he thought that I was going to be the next Johnny Bench like any other dad because he had it figured out. You know, well, Johnny started in 67 or 8. By the time you get out of high school, he's going to be retiring. And this and that, which, you know, never did.
Yeah, it all lined up.
Your dad had a tryout with the Indians, didn't he?
Yeah, with the Reds and the Indians.
Reds and Indians both,
He both went to camp with the Reds and the Indians. And then, of course, I played for Dick Schaefer at Hillsboro, which was just, they were 2 great baseball men. And I can remember my dad writing, so he made me a catcher. And I caught, and on my catcher's mitt, I had think right here, written down. You just had to think all the time. But Johnny Bench is probably my all-time favorite. But, you know, not only, I tell people, I'm a Reds fan, but I'm a baseball fan. I love going to different places. And, you know, and you meet different people, and you can talk about the Pirates with Parker and Dave Cash. Remember Dave Cash?
Oh, yeah.
Willie Stargell, Manny
Sanguine. And, you know, Bill, you'd be surprised that the people that come into the hotel, they have some type of relation, like this guy's father-in-law caught Catfish's Hunter perfect game.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know.
That's going way back. That's 68. That's 1968.
Yeah, but you meet all kind of people.
Yeah.
But I like the history of the game. You know, like I can watch the Ken Burns thing on baseball.
Oh, yeah, that was such a great thing.
I like the old history. And another thing I do is I go to movie sets, like when they have Bull Durham. In Durham, I went to their movie set. They have the old stadium still up. Of course, they got a new stadium where the Durham Bulls play now.
What about Field of Dreams?
I've been to Field of Dreams. We're coming home one time, and I told Pam, I said, you know, we're coming through Iowa. I said, see where Dwyersville's at on the map. And that was back, you know, we didn't have GPS. It was just Pam get the map out. And so we went to the Field of Dreams, and it was just so happened it was in the fall, and the corn was up. And it's neat. You drive that gravel road to the big white house, and we pull up, and there wasn't no one there. And so we go out and walk on the field and take video going into the cornfield.
Could you hear James Earl Jones in the background?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a voice.
And then by the time
a voice. Oh.
By the time we got ready to leave, though, people were coming, and you can play on that field Well, then, of course, Major League Baseball comes in and builds a big old stadium beside the original movie set.
Yeah.
And but it was really fun going to Field of Dreams. It was really neat.
Jerry, who would you say are your favorite players?
Joe Morgan.
Yeah,
Joe Morgan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was the trade. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing to look at, okay? You got to commend Bob Howsam for having the guts to make the move, dealing away Lee May, dealing away Tommy Helms, two fan favorites, but it opened the doors for the other players to move around and put, of course, Tony Perez there at first base, and then getting the players they got. Cesar Geronimo, what a cannon he had in center field. They also had Jack Billingham coming on board, getting Joe Morgan, and even had Armbrister. Had Armbrister. Remember that in the 75 World Series? But that trade was good. But I still, to this day, as good as that trade was, I still say in my last dying breath, the best move Bob Howsam made was getting George Foster for Frank Duffy and Vern Geichert. Where are they now?
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Yeah. George Foster was the deal. He really cemented the Reds in the big red machine. That's just my take, my thoughts.
My favorites were Pete Rose, but I tell you what, Eric Davis is right there too.
Best five-tool player I think that the Reds ever had.
If he could have just stayed healthy, think about the numbers he could have put up.
And you know, Scotty and I will kid about the numbers before, and we've talked about jersey numbers for the Reds. He said the best player ever wear 44 for the Reds was Adam Dunn. I says, nope, hold on here, not so fast. How about Eric Davis? You have to have Eric in the equation.
You talked about him earlier, big Pat Darcy.
Yeah.
You know, he 44.
Yeah, why did he ever do that?
Yeah.
And by golly, please, Reds, do us all a favor, hometown fans of the Reds too. You've got 2 or 3 people that wore 41 that deserves to be on the wall. Right. Joe Nuxall, Tom Seaver, and Lou Piniella, who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and why he's not, I have no idea. But 41 should be retired also. And what about 19 for Joey Votto? If the Yankees can retire 10 numbers, the Reds can add a few more. For me, I would say Johnny Bench, Tommy Helms, and Ryan Sandberg, my favorite overall player. But my heart is with Tommy Helms because he was my idol growing up, and that's the guy I wanted to be like. And I played second base for Pat Hines at Little Miami. I was a little runt, but that was me. And I said I was the last player on the team. Yeah, I'm still a little runt, right? But number 19, next to Joey Votto, Tommy Helms wore number 19 proud for the Reds.
And you know, he was the first Reds player to hit a home run at Riverfront.
Yes, he did, on the foul screen. Now, let's see, Pat Jarvis was the starting pitcher for the Braves in the opening game against the late Jim McLaughlin, who passed away from cancer at, 36 or 37 years old. Yeah. I'm thinking the Braves pitcher that allowed that home run, gosh, it wouldn't have been Cloninger, it wouldn't have been Pappas, but I'm not exactly sure who. Cecil Upshaw.
I wouldn't have no idea.
I think it may have been Cecil Upshaw because it came like in the 7th or 8th inning. And there was some doubt whether or not the ball actually cleared. It didn't clear the wall. It hit the foul screen. And then Tony Perez, 2 nights later, hit the one that went over the wall. But yes, Tommy Helms had the first home run as a Red in Riverfront Stadium on July 2nd, 1970. Charlie, any other comments for you?
Charlie, who was the first player to hit it out. Tommy Helms.
He knows. He knows the first player to hit it.
Tommy Helms was the first Red.
You know the answer to that
Hank
one.
Aaron,
yes, sir. Yeah. Yep. Hank Aaron.
Sorry, I was getting ready for my final thoughts.
Yep. Well, we got it. And we got to, let's see, who's coming up next?
Well, we got 2 minutes left. Just want to let everybody know tonight there is a food truck rally, 5 to 9, Wilmington High School. Plus, they're showing the movie Little Giants tonight. The Murphy Theater has, as Jimmy Buffett Jr. down here is telling you, Pirates of the Caribbean tonight.
You gonna be the greeter?
And then tomorrow night is Pirates of the Caribbean, the Jimmy Buffett cover band. Tomorrow, the Aging Up Car Show has already been canceled.
It's postponed, okay.
Until October 4th. I haven't heard anything yet about the New Holland Car Show, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do the same thing. The Clinton County Sports Baseball Card Memorabilia Show.
So when is that? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow from 10 to 3 out at the main building at the Clinton County Fairgrounds.
I mean, do they give you good money for them, your cards?
It's not bad. I tell you, depending on what you have. the problem with a lot of cards now is you have all this ratings.
Yeah.
So they have cards that are raw and cards that are rated.
Right.
Now, if you have a good rated card, it can bring you 10, 15 times more. But you do have to pay money to get it rated.
Right.
And it's a little catch. I just sell mine raw.
Yeah.
I'll just put it to you this way. Last time I went, I sold about $600 worth of stuff. So, I mean, some of the stuff, especially if it's old, if it's in good shape, it'll bring some good money.
Yeah, I'm just not ready to sell any of mine yet.
I've just started, but I'm trying to get some new stuff in, and then I've bought some stuff that I really wasn't familiar with, but heck, I made a little bit of money on it, so I'm gonna keep like some Pokemon cards. I bought some of those, and I can barely spell Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Final thought, real quick, guys. Bear with me here. But it's Red Skeleton's birthday today, and I haven't heard this in a while.
Okay.
So I want to just do this. Everybody remember Red Skeleton's Pledge of Allegiance? Do you remember his pledge? Really? You don't remember that? Okay, well, it's really famous. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all my worldly good to give without self-pity. Allegiance, my love and devotion to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of courage, and wherever she waves, there is respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts freedom is everybody's job. Of the united, that means we've all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 50 great states, 50 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose. All divided by imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common cause, and that's love of country, of America, and to the republic. A republic, a sovereign state in which power is invested into the representatives chosen by the people to govern, and the government is the people, and it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people. For which it stands, one nation, meaning so blessed by God, under God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power for one to live his own life without fears, threats, or any sort of retaliation, and justice, the principle and qualities of dealing fairly with others. For all that means boys and girls is as much your country as it is mine. And he did that on a show. Trying to look at the date. I think it was 1967.
So
January
probably
14th.
mid to late 60s. You're probably right. 66,
Yeah.
67, something like that.
I just saw that the other night.
Yeah, well, it's been a while since I'd seen it and talked. I always talked about when I taught school with the kids.
Yeah.
I go over that, and it's just something we all need to be reminded of a little bit. Hey, Tony, thanks
Yes,
for
sir.
coming on.
I
Bill,
appreciate it.
Thanks for
Bill,
coming
thanks
on.
for all the kind words you put out.
Everybody have a great weekend, and I'm not saying this for self-promotion, but listen to me when I come on live, because most likely, if I do any lives, it's going to be because something's been canceled or changed. So keep that in mind.